A bucket list country with a wealth of history and the most amazing and serene views. This is your gateway to Greece. I flew from Zurich to Athens and got in about midday. I got a taxi to the Mykolina Boutique Hotel, where I spent the entire day just resetting. The hotel is about halfway between the airport and the main attractions of Athens, which basically means just out of the way. Hello from Greece. This will start my Greece vlog, where I'm going to cover both Athens and Santorini. My trip to Athens has sucked. It has been really bad so far. Yesterday I decided to just kind of chill in the room. Today, when I was trying to go out, it took me 2 hours to get an actual cab ride, and so I had to schedule one. When I got into the cab, they let me know that the cabs are on strike today. Perfect. I eventually had to schedule one. They picked me up discreetly, basically, and now I'm here at the Acropolis, which goes back from before 500 BC. So when I finally got here, the line is way too long for me to go into it. It's only $20, so I'm not on a budget, but I'm on a time budget because of how late that I got here. I'm gonna catch the hop on, hop off. I cannot go up to see the Acropolis, but there is this little rock climbing center over here where I got a pretty good view, the best view I'm going to get of it. So I'm gonna show you that if you decide to go on that, the cheaper, time-friendly option, just know that it's very slippery once you get to the top. Someone busted their butt right beside me. Glad it wasn't me. Yes, it will always be a regret of mine that I missed my chance to see what most people go to Athens to see. It was unfortunate circumstances, but I still enjoyed the views I got to see. I say it later, but I know a hop-on, hop-off bus isn't adventurous or luxurious, but it just made sense, and I'd always encourage anyone traveling to do what makes sense. So the Acropolis was a citadel, so kind of like a fortified town center, and it was located way up there. Highlights of a hop-on, hop-off bus: audio that tells you what everything you're seeing is. It's less expensive than taxis, and the air in my face was needed on a very hot day. So I already got off the bus again. I've heard tourists complaining about the heat, but luckily this is what Charleston has built me for. This feels totally at home. Also, the sound of these bugs, totally used to it. So behind me is the Temple of the Olympian Zeus. It was constructed in 6th century BC, I believe, and it fell in 267 AD. Admission into this park was pretty cheap. It was €8. Sadly, the structure that surrounds the temple made it really hard for me to grasp the magic that the area once had. The original temple had 104 columns and was the largest temple in Greece in its time. Today, only 16 columns remain. Athens has its fair share of traffic, I will say that. However, I was still happy to be on the bus with the moving air and a good perspective of what the city had to offer. There was plenty of stops I did not get off at that I could have if I had more time, and there was also 2 additional routes that should help you gain perspective of what all there is to see. I do think, looking back, at least one additional day could have helped me fall in love with Athens as I should have.
so I took a stop in the National Garden. I'm actually gonna stop real quick because I see a turtle. So the National Garden is apparently very huge. It's open from sun up to sundown, has several things inside of it, including a zoo, things for kids, has even ancient ruins inside of the park as well, and turtles. Turtles. Some of the plants you'll see included in here are both from Europe and also Africa. So that was a lovely stop. I'm about to get on the hop off, hop on bus again. Now I know that your average travel YouTuber would not tell you to ride this, but I have to do what's smart. I have only a limited time, need to see as much as possible. And it's cheaper than one taxi ride. So luckily I'm really bad at navigation. I was trying to find the bus stop, but located where I wanted to go next anyway, which I am amazed by this, and you're about to see. So I'm officially up in this. So this is the actually home of the modern Olympics. In the ancient times it went away and it was first brought back right here. So it holds up to 60,000 people, which is incredible. Probably about 50,000 Americans, subtle shade to myself. So I'm finding that this is actually a must stop for visitors because it's very interactive. Like you can climb the stands, you can go where the players used to come out, you can race your friends on the track, which is happening and it's hilarious. Also at the very front, there's the podiums. So the bronze, gold, silver, everyone can stand on the different levels.
The sun began to set, and I realized I needed to figure out how to get back to the hotel without the use of a taxi, and I did not want to figure that out without sunlight. I wrapped up my time, hopped aboard 2 trains and a bus, which turned out to be a nightmare. Rise and shine. I'm about to leave Athens. Athens has been terrible for me. Last night, I had to get public transportation back to the hotel, and I've been taking public transportation the entire time that I've been in Europe for this trip. However, this one was a little bit rougher. I did have to catch 2 subway trains and then to a bus to take me back. The bus didn't stop at the exit that I needed it to, so I passed it, then had to stand out in the middle of the street. It was super scary, like dark street, no street lights. The bus didn't stop for me again, so then I had to go chase it down, beat on the door, get in. He then still missed my stop, even though I pressed that red stop button. Anyway, I got back after like an hour and a half, and I basically crashed right away. I'm about to take a taxi to the airport because it's time for Santorini. The flight from Athens to Santorini was a quick 30 to 45 minutes. My resort offered a private shuttle from the airport. It was expensive, but not too far from what you see from a taxi. The Dome Resort was definitely one of my highs from my entire trip.
So hello from Santorini. I am having a really fantastic day. I've done really nothing all day. I went to the pool a few times. Right now you may hear the water behind me. I'm filling up my jacuzzi so I can overlook the ocean while I sip my Coke and just relax out. Today was just a nothing day and I was totally fine with it. Tomorrow I'm doing, like a 5 or 6 hour catamaran. Eventually I'm gonna go into like the more of the city part so I can get souvenirs, have a lunch or dinner there. I don't know how I'm gonna go back to my normal life after this. So for dinner, I got the fried feta cheese with honey and the pizza special. As you can see, I really enjoyed my kitten buddies that hung around the resort. I went to bed a little early so that I could wake up to the sunrise, and I'm so glad that I did. I invite you to just relax and take in this view. So after probably the laziest of days, I woke up with the sunrise. It was very beautiful. I went right back to sleep because I just didn't sleep well. And then woke up for breakfast, ate that, and went back to sleep. And I've just been a really lazy day. Now it is time for me to go on the catamaran tour. So I'm about to go meet them because they pick us up from the hotel, which is great. I'm a little excited even though it's kind of awkward going on the catamaran with just by myself. I'm sure that I'll probably be the only like party of one. I'd rather go and see it than not see it at all, you know what I mean? I was so glad to book the Scarlet Sunset tour. The price was $162 for about a 4-hour tour that included open bar and food. The crew always had us a drink in hand and ensured we were enjoying ourselves. They gave us knowledge about the area, gave tips about what to do, but also tips about what not to do. While yes, I did go alone, I am pretty antisocial. I did enjoy making new connections aboard and laughing with other guests. I also really enjoyed that the crew really helped us foster those connections, and it truly seemed like their priority was to ensure we had the best time that we could have. The tour had 3 stops that allowed us to jump in the water and swim. While I didn't swim personally, those that did really loved it and got in the water every time we stopped thereafter. Between the second and third swim session, we had dinner that included shrimp, spaghetti, sausage, and chicken. Altogether, I'd really recommend this tour to anyone and couldn't imagine my experience in Santorini without it. So I am back and I had an incredible time. It was calming, relaxing, great views. The crew, they were so pleasant, so nice. They went out of your way to make sure that you're comfortable, that you had drinks at all time. It was open bar, so you didn't get charged anything. It was included in the ticket. They fed us, we had amazing food. There was 3 times that we stopped the boat just to make sure that everyone could get out and swim. I was very antisocial on board, but that's what I enjoyed. I like listening to other people like be social and talk. I had fun with that. In all, I'm just so happy that I went. It was a great time away. Then I'm going to take myself to bed. Tomorrow I'm going to go into the city a little bit more as it is my last and final day. Thank you for tagging along today and stay tuned for tomorrow.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to the final day in Santorini. So I'm about to go actually explore Santorini by land, basically. I'm going to the city Oia. It's the perfect spot to watch a sunset, even though I'm not going to stay for sunset. It's going to be kind of a longer day and I really want to get back and get in the pool before the day ends. So I'm gonna go down there, look at some shops, walk around a little, take videos and pictures, maybe grab like a quick bite to eat. I just ordered an Uber. The taxi prices are outrageous here. It's like $36 and it is not that far to go. 36 euros, and it's really not that far to go. So let's get out the room and go. Oia is one of the places you must go while in Santorini. It is the destination to watch a sunset and also where you will see all the Insta pictures with people in flowy dresses and white clothes and the dramatic landscape. Word of wisdom from the locals, if you're going in the evening, it is important to make dinner reservations as tourists flood in to get the pictures and capture the amazing moments. I went around 2 o'clock and was able to pass by a restaurant, walk in, and eat without a wait. There was also some cafe options and gelato I could easily grab as well. So I will be honest, I did not properly read what I ordered, so the ice cream on top was a lovely and delicious surprise. The food was decadent and tasty, and what a gorgeous view I had while enjoying it. Besides the views, Oia is also for the shoppers. From clothing to jewelry to souvenirs, it would be easy to leave with regrets once that bank statement comes in the mail.
So it is a really nice area over here. I'm not gonna stay too much longer. It's a bunch of shopping. If you love shopping, this is a great place to come. Also, as you saw, I did get lunch. I had no idea that I didn't read it properly, so I didn't know the ice cream came with it, which is great because I was going to stop for ice cream anyway, but it was delicious. It was extravagant. I've been walking around getting some great shots of the city. It's just view after view here. It's so incredible, so beautiful. I think that everyone that lives here must have a really great ass because, Lord, the steps are everywhere, but it hasn't been too challenging or anything like that. Like it's all been very worth it, which is great. And a constant breeze from the ocean, so not sweating too much. This was actually a great stop. I've been kind of pushing it off all day because I just wanted to be lazy around the hotel. Very glad that I got out the room, came and saw this, because it's what Santorini's known for. And if I didn't come and see it, I would have been really missing out.
I headed back to the resort in another highly priced taxi. I was able to relax in the pool and order a delicious dessert while packing for my flight the very next day. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my recent trips and stay tuned for Christmas time in New York coming soon. Please like, subscribe, and comment what was your favorite part of my trip. What do you hope to someday see?